Hello. I don't know. I'll check. Actually, I don't know. I don't know how to check subs. To be honest, is that sad? I have like no clue how to check that. Can you still use your emote? If you can still use your emote, you're subbed. Just realized Spotify's not going. Hello, people. I was just talking about Game of Thrones and eating dinner. There you go. You're still subbed. Got your hype mote. Oh, let me do this real quick. I'm gonna make a macro that spams these. Not yet, but I'm gonna make one. Had to sell your collection? I'm sorry, man. It happens, but real life comes first. And that's the nice thing about Magic. You can sell it, you can rebuy it. There's a whole lot you can do with it. That's why that's one of the things I like about Magic is that it's an investment and you can sell it when you need to and you can get back into it in the future. I mean, sure, you might only have, you might have to pay 10% more for it in the future. Cool. $75 is $75, man. Either way, this platform is dangerous. Think about it. Think about how easily it could go under. With Magic Digital Next, whatever the hell they're doing. I've thought about selling all my stuff and getting out, but I'm not going to because I'm streaming. Also, it helps I don't have to buy anything anymore. I was thinking about the Order of Whiteclay deck. And I had a theory. You may not have. Some of your cards may have gone up in value. That's the beauty of Magic. So I was looking through my cards, and I was thinking, wait, I thought we took Teague out of the main board. No, did we keep him in? I was thinking of taking Inspector Gadget out, all the way out. Or, yeah, I was thinking of taking out Inspector Gadget, right? Dropping Teague down to a 2-off. Or maybe taking 2 gadgets. No. Wait, well, okay, I was going to do... Let me see, do I have it? I don't have the card. Let me get it real quick. I'm thinking of adding Avacyn's Pilgrim. So I came to this realization with the deck that we're working on, which is that we want to acquire 6 mana. 6 mana is our dream number. If we can get 6 mana, we can recur a whole lot of bullshit, which is good. Thraben gains value, but the deck doesn't really take off until we hit that mana marker. So I'm going to pick up Avacyn's Pilgrim. And the reason why I'm picking up Avacyn's Pilgrim over anything else is because Avacyn's Pilgrim... So what we're going to do is we're going to drop down to 2. So 6 mana dorks should be plenty. That's a lot of mana dorks. And the reason we're getting Pilgrim is because he can crew Smuggler's Copter. But we're going to drop Teague down. And the Fence is going to get the boot. Add Flicker Wisp. And actually, I think maybe we will... I'm going to drop some stuff down, actually. Flicker Wisp is going to be 3. Wall is going to be full 4 off. We're going to add an offensive. We're going to keep her in. We're going to keep trying her. Just because she has good synergies. So at this point, we're less powerful enter the battlefield abilities and more like let's stick stuff on the field. Ooh, wait, I need a Eidolon of Rhetoric real quick. I almost forgot about that card. Oh, I have two? Apparently I have two. I could have sworn I didn't. Huh. Well, would you look at that? Alright, we're going to try this out. How many play points do I have? Not enough. So we're just going to play tournament practice. Now, I think we're going to take this deck into League tomorrow. You know, this is going to be a week off from Goats. We'll get back on the Goat wagon next week. I needed to clear my mind of Goats. She started talking nerdy to you. Nice. That sounds like a pretty good thing. Oh, Mana Dork into Mana Dork. We don't really need Whiteclay yet, but I want him to be activated. Logician knows a lot about magic. Nice. Well, if you just started talking to her, I highly doubt you're in love. But you could maybe get there. I'm skeptical about anyone I meet on the internet, though. Policy. Okay, so he's playing Shamans. Oh, or not. Could just be standard ramp package. What is he running? Huh. Well, we're going to just play Finks here. And now we just have a great little setup here. We can swing it with Finks every turn. If it dies, we don't care. We have a Gavany Township coming in, so we can actually just keep bringing it back just as strong as we want. The biggest problem I have with this deck right now, okay, it's a Devotion deck, is that we are weak to Blood Moon. That guy, Mud. Yeah, he is very sketch. Can't trust anyone who's covered in mud and likes it. Garrick coming in? Or I guess he could Genesis Wave for 1 billion. Why don't people ever do that? Why don't people do the whole Genesis Wave thing? I don't get that. Four mana. Garrick. 5 mana. Every one of these decks runs a Garrick. It's got to have one, right? Oh, interesting. Huh. Not on my covered in mud. Always enjoys being covered in mud. Ah. What kind of website are you trying to sign up for? And why are you using a fake ID for it? Why not just use like a real address? Is this some weird? This isn't some weird ass version of Eternal Command. At least it shouldn't be. Trying to buy a bazooka. A bazooka's going to be hard to get. Big spells are pretty risky. Like that one? Or, oh, you mean like Genesis Wave? Yeah, true, but I don't see much of a risk here. Well, yeah, but Genesis Wave X10 oops counter. I mean, how is that any worse than, Primal Command countered? It's still a turn lost, right? Yeah, it looks like relatively standard Green Devotion, but the the command is throwing me off a little bit here. The bullets, well, it sells bazookas. That is ridiculous. That is insane. $300 for a bullet. Jeez. I mean, that means if someone kills you with it, like, they wanted you dead. I guess. Alright. This guy has a bajillion mana. What's he got? Oh, watch him drop the Genesis Wave. Oh, you live in Maine. Yeah, everything goes in Maine. I always consider Maine just kind of part of, like, less friendly Canada. Why not have bazooka? Did you know that Maine is so remote a state that you guys don't even have your own flight pattern managers for airlines? Witness. It looks like it might be a command type deck. Well, hopefully we get a good hit off Whiteclay here. And the fence is pretty good. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. That's enough. Well, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. 1, 2. And offensive. Really? Is that true? I mean, I believe it. I have some friends from Maine, so I always respect that Maine exists as a state. There's no point to not swing in with our Finks. Because if he kills it, if he blocks it, it just comes back and it'll buff up again. Well, it'll buff up our Pilgrim, I guess. No, I can pick because it will come back with 1 toughness. Comes back. And the Fenza triggers. Finks heals. And the Fenza goes. And we pick our Finks. He's back up and good to go. Now, if we need to, we can block with something here, like our Wall of Omens, to mitigate most of this primetime damage, or we could path it. We'll probably end up pathing it. Cool part is you can pay them just 300 to fire the bazooka. That makes sense. Yeah. Well, it's Maine. They probably just shoot it at Canada, maybe. That's right. I'd fire it too. Just shoot right at Canada. And then say sorry. He has so much mana. We have no way to shut down his Kessig Wolf run. That card's going to kill us. Luckily, he might be really dumb here and buff up the same thing. He's going super big for 1 turn. Which makes sense. $25. We actually don't have Pithing Needle in our sideboard. I think I forgot to do this, but I meant to, we want to remove Leyline from our sideboard. Gain 7 life, search for a creature. I assume it's going to be Witness. No, it's Craterhoof. Oh, so we're super dead. So we need Eidolon of Rhetoric, Surgical Extraction. Wrath is also good. We have some good stuff for this. We can take out No, Teague helps as well. Although Teague negatively affects our Wrath of God. Wisp. Well, Wisp lets us get in. Take a Whiteclay out. Take a Finks out. Take a Voice out. Well, do two surgicals. Usually with the bazooka, they just shoot trees. Huh. Wow, that's cool. Just blow up a car. We're going down to a lot 2-offs here. In order to bring in our hate. I think it's going to be worthwhile, though. I hope so. I don't know. I don't know how to board with this deck yet. Watch, we're going to start with Gaddock, Teague, and Wrath in the same starting hand. No, we'll just start with nothing we can play. Alright, well, I was wrong. More than happy to be wrong, though. I guess it didn't matter where I put that card, right? Because I'm going to shuffle it away here. We'll drop in Voice, and then we'll drop in Teague. Teague will lock out a lot of his cards, but it won't lock out Craterhoof. We have no way to lock... I guess I should have brought in... What the hell's his name? Pride Mage. Voice helps a bit here. Craterhoof. I guess we could run Nevermore instead of Leyline. So we can hit things like no casting Craterhoof, no casting Primal Command. That's pretty good, but it doesn't stop Craterhoof. Because Craterhoof will still buff him up, right? Even everything getting +1/+1 in trample would be fine. Or, no. Does it lose its ability as it comes in? I guess it's a replacement, so it would come in with no ability, right? Maybe. Garruk, untap 2 target lands. Make a lot of mana. Oh, he made a boar. Oh, that's interesting. That lets us get a lot of value out of our Voice here. Now I wish I had played, what do you call it? Wish I had played Teague, so we couldn't play Garruk. Yeah, I should have played Teague. I don't know why I didn't play him yet. I'm being greedy. Teague would have stopped Garruk. Although Whiteclay does have good utility here. Prime time. He's going to kill us pretty soon. I guess we can keep making little voice tokens, which might help us stay alive for a little bit. Cool. Yeah, I couldn't. Ooh. Huh. Come on, swing in with your beast, please. Swing in. Damn it. Okay, so we can path. We have options here. Now, I think we want to keep swinging at Garruk. He's really disincentivized from blocking this. Well, this is actually a rough spot because we don't have the mana to bring it back. I guess we'll just wait because now he can't. I mean, he can swing with Primetime, but we would kill it. But we're going to path it anyways, I guess. Although killing it would be better. Do we take the risk and kill it in order to surgical extraction the Primetime? Yeah, we could block it with the Elemental and the Voice, which would kill it, even if he buffed it. And I don't think he has any other buffs that wouldn't be on board. I want to kill this Primetime. Primetime's so good. But I also want to keep our Voice around. I like our board. I don't know what he can do here. I mean, he has a good board. He can make an ass ton of mana. So if he has Craterhoof, he can probably just win. Well, Craterhoof wouldn't win, I guess. It would do a lot of damage, though. 10 mana. And a red. So I assume he's going to Kessig buff something. Hopefully he gets greedy and buffs Primetime. He'll probably buff a Beast, which would be the obvious right choice here. But some people like to double up. Yep, like he's doubling up, which is awesome for us here. Oh, he's going to do it again. Oh, he's not. Okay. This guy. I guess he can still do it again. It'll still do a ton of damage to us. But we can block with our Voice, so we get another big token. If he comes in with just the Beast, well, he can give it what? +8? Everything's coming in. Okay, so we're going to do Voice, Elemental. And then we'll let whatever happens, happens. I don't think he can kill us on board with damage. He can do a lot of damage, but I don't think he can kill us. Yeah, he can do this for 6. Our Voice is already dying. He can kill our Elemental here, or he can just go for full damage and hit us for 9. And then we can kill Garruk. We can bring back our Voice. Keep getting value off Voice. Voice is really good in this deck. Okay, he's going to overkill the Elemental. So we clean the board. We get another guy. He has no blockers, which means we kill Garruk. Land is not what we want. So we send Teague at Garruk, the Elemental, and the Whiteclay there. Obviously, he can hit us really hard here with this Beast. But I don't think he can kill us with it, which is all that really matters. Actually, if I had played this untapped, I could have brought 2 things back this turn. But I could not 2 things would have died. He has a pretty good board state on us here. I guess our plan is to just win with these elementals. We'll just keep getting voice tokens. Win with those. Although he has so much mana right now. He might be able to kill us. Wait, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. So 5, 6, 7. Oh, no, he can't even. He can't. Unless he can untap more stuff. I guess I could have double blocked it here to kill it. Because now he can kill us next turn. He doesn't have enough chroma to get any value. I think he tapped that for the Nykthos value. Yeah, I should have quadrillion blocked it. But now we have these 2 big elementals we can block with, which should keep us alive. It's 8 damage blocked. And an Anafenza. So I think we attack with... All right. That's good. We were in the rough spot there. I was actually a little concerned about that. I think we just play this back. Well, maybe we bring... No, I think we bring in Pride Mage over a Wrath. Eidolon's pretty good. Over a Witness. We're recurring stuff fine currently. Killing those Utopia Sprawls seems more important. Someone help remind me. When we finish here, I would like to add Pithing Needle to the sideboard in place of Leyline of Sanctity. Or Land Destruction, but Pithing Needle probably does it just the same. I'm thinking of trying a different color pair, though. I'm thinking of trying some red. And bringing in some of those elementals. You know, the elementals that, like Ball Lightning and stuff. And some discard outlets for both card advantage and filling up the yard. So we pitch stuff, we bring it back, they die, and then we bring it back again. Might work. It might be a bit risky because we're relying on getting stuff in the yard then. Whereas right now, the yard's just helping us get extra value. So this is pretty good. We're going to keep this. Pride Mage and Order of Whiteclay means it's going to be really hard for him to successfully play his sprawls and whatnot. Birds. His is a year newer than mine. Oh well. Oops. Pride Mage. He didn't play a Sprawl, which is interesting. Also, I tapped this way because we can hopefully avoid taking the damage here. We're taking most of the damage, I should say. What do you got? 3 mana. 4 mana. Garruk. Nope. Huh. A 5/5 for 4. That's no joke. Wow, that's a good card. Huh. Doing that whole main phase playing shit again. But now he can't play any sprawls, which is nice. And we have a tap outlet for our Whiteclay. I guess he could play a sprawl right now. He was always going to benefit from it on his turn, though. But now we have enough mana that we can kill our Pride Mage, bring it back, kill our Pride Mage, bring it back, kill our Pride Mage, bring it back, once per turn. Well, twice for... No, we don't have the mana for it. Once per turn. Almost twice per turn. Getting a wee bit of value out of the Pride Mage. Pride Miyagi. 5 mana. What's 5 in his deck? Is there a 5 mana Garrick? What does he have? What do you got? Primal Command. Okay. He put our Temple Garden on top, and he's going to search for... That's annoying, but... And he grabbed a Witness, so he's going to do it again. Which is very annoying. We're going to swing with both, and the reason we're swinging with both instead of just the Pride Mage is that because I didn't play Survivor's Encampment, I can't tap down Whiteclay when we need him. So this way, if he plays something like a Sprawl or something we don't like, we can delete our Pride Mage to kill it and bring it back in the same turn. So it's a precaution. However, we're getting nothing out of Whiteclay right now, which is a real bummer. Although we have a good interaction between these two cards, so we have something. Garrick. I wish we could use the Pride Mage to kill him. Alas, we can't. We can, however, swing in with Pride Mage. He can block with Witness. Well, let's hope we top deck a Gaddock Teague. Flicker Wisp. That's pretty good. I think we swing our Pride Mage and our Whiteclay at Garrick. That way we guarantee damage. Or we could just... We'll just swing with the Pride Mage. He's going to chump it. But he was always going to chump it. Oh, maybe not. Huh. Flicker Wisp on our planes. And we'll play a Survivor's Encampment. So this way we can use Whiteclay if we need to. We know he has Primal Command. He's probably going to use that. We don't have any of our hate, unfortunately. Eidolon of Weather would be good. Wrath is actually going to be too slow, the more I think about it. Over Flicker Wisp presents a real clock, actually. 9 mana. What's he going to cast? Is he casting Primal Command, and he might just be using Kessig, actually. Just to hit hard. Buff up that Witness. That was random. Well, now we know what he was doing. Nothing we can do about this. That's a bummer. Luckily, he can't do any shenanigans. Maybe now we'll hit a Wrath. A Wrath wouldn't be awful. Wouldn't be great. Would be awful, though. I've had worse cards. Ooh, that's a bad hit. All right. We are very close to dead here with Garrick's power. I think we're probably dead. I'm surprised we're drawing this many lands. We only run 22. We run less than usual. But hey, it happens. Raiding a beast. Interesting. I'm surprised by that, actually. He could have killed me this turn if he had untapped lands instead. He could have buffed his Witness up to... Okay, he can kill us anyways. Yeah, we're dead. Oh well. That's our first loss in a while with this deck. Pithing Needle would help. Maybe Nevermore? Is 3 Pithing Needles too much? 3 Surgicals might be, with no good way to actually send stuff to the yard. I could go one, take one out, and put in... What Twitter post? Why? What is it? Oh, the post about phasing? If it's the post about phasing, that one's real. Yeah, that's real. You know it's real because they're printing that EDH card that phases everything out. So this makes it so that you can play it in go wide decks, because most white decks are going to be making tokens somehow. And if they made that card not work, huh? This could be good, but we're going to mull it. We'll keep this. This is better. We're going to start with a forest into Pilgrim. We'll probably go into Finks, but we'll ship that down. We have turns to draw cards. We have 3 mana at the gate. Birds. We're probably still going to drop into Finks here. Depends what we draw. Alright, it's a Druid combo. He can go infinite next turn, so we're actually going to drop in voice. And I think, well, when you phase something out, I don't believe it technically leaves the battlefield, right? It just can't be affected by anything. Something like that. Right? Something weird like that. He has a stop on our main. I mean, that's what I thought, if I understood phasing right. Yeah, it just no longer gets affected by the board state. So it is weird that they would be removed anyways, because tokens only leave or only get destroyed by going into a graveyard or leaving the battlefield because they become a new entity and like weird shit. But because they leave play, that they cease to be. So I'm torn about whether or not to cast Path on the Druid now or later. He might have a Witness in hand, which means that casting it later sucks, but ramping him also sucks. If we're going to wait, we're probably going to get punished. But here we go. We're about to find out. This guy has stops all over the place, apparently. And I hate it. Oh man, this guy's gonna kill us through old age. The age-old tactic of aging your opponent to death. Classic. Whoop, there he goes. Alright. He might actually do something now. Is he gonna cast Vizier? Yes. Oh, he let it go. I've never seen a combo person let that go. He could have killed his Devoted Druid, made 2 mana. What's up, Popper? How you doing? We're gonna bring our Path back. We need it to interact with his combo. Honestly, I'm strongly considering going Abzan colors. Okay, he has another Druid. You're tired? Me too, man. Me too. I don't know what it is. I'm like dying today. I have to wake up early tomorrow too. I gotta walk to the train. I can't get a ride. Well, I don't want to go just classic Abzan, but I was thinking of doing Abzan because getting pushes and stuff. We're gonna go the Wombats. So the new question is, what do we hit with Path here? Do we hit the Druid, or do we hit the Vizier? I guess we hit the Druid. I mean, Vizier interacts with other things pretty well. Hmm. It's a hard call because Vizier helps him. But Druid also helps him a lot. So, but in this case, if I had taken away the Vizier and he successfully cast another Vizier, like if he had another one in his hand, then he would just go infinite. This way, if he drops another Vizier into play, he doesn't necessarily win outright. I'm also starting to think that Eternal Witness and Whiteclay is like where the combo should be. So we should do Path, Push, Renegade Rallier, Seal of Primordium. Like a whole, I think I'm going to totally tweak the deck. Take out Voice. I'm going to definitely keep the mana ramp in. But I'm thinking of doing Path, Fatal Push, Seal of Primordium, and Renegade Rallier. I could do Coco, but if I'm increasing my spell count, Coco becomes less and less and less viable. So this way, what the idea would be is that we keep using Witness to bring back Path, to bring back Fatal Push, to bring back Seal of Primordium, to bring back a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, Rallier works with Seal of Primordium. Yeah, swing in. I want to kill my Witness. Come on in. Nope. Okay, so we're gonna swing in. We're gonna swing. He could kill Whiteclay though, actually. So maybe not. We'll just swing. We don't want Whiteclay to die. But then we can't bring anything back because we have no way to tap Whiteclay currently. Maybe I should have played Wall of Omens. Yeah, I think we're going to end up playing Birds of Paradise and Wall of Omens this turn. Depending on what we hit. I think Rallier can really work in this deck if we readjust it. We need more ways to get value out of him. Like low drop token generators or something, and then a good way to get what's it going? The nice thing about this deck, the problem with Ghost Quarters is that we're running a lot of colorless mana. It would be very hard for us to pay for that. Or for us to be able to support it, mana-wise. Alright, Township is huge. That's great. That does a lot for us. We have a good board state. If he doesn't combo off next turn, which he can't, we should be good to go. Well, can we swing in for lethal next turn? Let's see. Well, if we don't hit a land drop, we can't use Gavany Township. Boggles. What's the name of the deck that runs Unblockable Hexproof? Yep, it's Boggles. Boggles is a fun one. I.e., the deck that loses to Blessed Alliance. Blessed Alliance, scoop. Oh, Chord of Calling. Cool. I'm happy with that. Yeah. Oh, no, he's going to go infinite. Does he have a Ballista is the question. If he has a Ballista, we're dead. If he doesn't have a Ballista, we're fine. Find out. Does he have? Looks like a Ballista. It's a Ballista. We were so close. Actually, let's do Pithing Needle. Silence. Teague is still good here. Omens is only so-so. Wisp is only so-so. I guess Surgical is only so-so. Actually, all Pithing Needles are good, so we're going to bring them all in. We don't need all the Stonies, though. Copter down to 2. I don't want to drop Witness. How did you forget Boggles? I don't know. Boggles has been dying off, supposedly. Okay, this is very playable. 2 paths is very nice. And Copter into Voice into Swing with Copter is pretty good. Township. Copter. We'll get our card draw going. He's got fancy lands. Vizier. Okay, Kitchen Finks. That's good. That's not part of any combo. Voice. We're going to crew up the Copter. And we'll swing in. For Boggles? Yeah, I would definitely add Horizon Canopy if I add Rallier back in. And I would add Fetch Lands, more Fetch Lands. I'd probably run 6 instead of 4. Bug Boggles. It has a catchy name. We're going to throw the Wisp away. Because, I mean, we have a recursion target in the Wisp then. And we have Township for buffing everything else up. Noble Hierarch. Yeah, so he's running a lot of dorks too. Another Finks. It's a lot of Finks. I don't want to use Path on the Finks. That doesn't feel worth it. We need to hit a Whiteclay. Hitting a Whiteclay would be good for us. We're going to hold on to both these lands, and then we'll swing. We might need to pitch one, and we're going to pitch Temple Garden over Township. Okay, we got to hit a Whiteclay. So let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. Come on, Whiteclay. We need you. Birds of Paradise. You know, we'll keep that, actually. So we have a path open. We might have to start pathing Finks. Yeah, he doesn't seem to actually have any of his combo pieces, but I bet he can fetch them up. I guess we could start running Condemn instead of Path, maybe? No, I think Path is all in all better. It's like the premier removal spell. There's Whiteclay. We got there. However, the new question is it worth coptering at this point? I mean, we'll copter, but I don't think we're going to end up looting. Well, no, we might as well fill up our yard, right? Worst case scenario, we pitch a creature we kind of wanted. Pitch the encampment. We don't need it because we have copter. So here we get to hold on to our path because we can block the Finks with our Voice of Resurgence. We'll lose the voice, but that's totally fine because we can bring it back. Yeah, this is totally fine by me. Get us a big guy. I mean, he might have a path in his hand. Not seem like it. All right, so plan here is crew the copter, tap you down. Hopefully we hit a land here. We need a white mana source so we can use Order of Whiteclay twice. We'll swing in with our elemental. We're going to bring back our voice. If he has a path, that's going to be annoying, but we can still react in response. Actually, we can save our Whiteclay if he has a path. All right, swing, swing. Yes, we will use your ability. We hit another Whiteclay, so we'll pitch the Whiteclay. Okay. And that's all we're going to do. Going to hold the path. We're going to bring back our voice. Recruiter is a little annoying. Lets him sift through his deck pretty well here. Let's see what he gets. Viscera Seer, which is also annoying. But better than the combo. We're just happy he's not hitting this combo. Okay, well, there's part of the wombo. We will path this part of the wombo because we have no additional hate for this part of the wombo. I should have pathed it right then. That actually might end up being to our advantage, now that I think about it. Because if we draw into our surgical extraction, we can extract the Vizier. Swing in. Swing in. No, you wanna. Come on. Well, hey there, Hina B. How's it going? Aw, man. Okay, wait, so new... Oh, I need to put a main. Stop. Well, let's see. We can bring back voice, or we can bring back our wisp. I think we're going to bring back our wisp. No, we're going to save our wisp as a form of protection for our cards. And we are going to path Vizier. And I assume it's going to get eaten by Viscera Seer. I was going to do that, but I decided not to. How's life for Goat Tribal? Well, for Goat Tribal, it's going nowhere because we're playing Order of Whiteclay today. Oh, yeah, they go infinite life. I forgot about that. But they were going to go infinite life no matter what. Because if I had targeted the Viscera Seer with Flicker Wisp, they would have just done it anyways, right? You know, I'm a firm believer of if you go infinite and your infinite doesn't have an out, I make you play it out. But he can still just respond with Viscera Seer. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. No, it's fine. You can call me Goat or Trevor. Yeah, I know, you're right. If I had tried to flicker it, he would have sacked the Finks in response. Yep. Goat it is. Yeah, so I could have done that. Yeah, I should have pathed in response to the Viscera Seer being cast in the first place. I said I was going to. I don't know why I didn't. I mean, I knew I was going to path it. It makes no sense that I didn't. This guy is really slow to do stuff. I know. Well, I have a pretty strict infinite life does not deter me from playing out the game. If you're not killing me, you didn't win. Either way, infinite life is not. Here, let me show you the deck, Hina, in the meantime. So, this deck, Mudboy, thank you for the 50 bits. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, the deck is based around Order of Whiteclay, which is a Kithkin cleric who is a 1/4 for 3, and you can untap him to return a creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. Unfortunately, you have to pay 3 to do this, but hey, whatever. The fact that it's an untap ability actually makes it much stronger than if it was a tap ability, in my opinion. But the point is to have a bunch of cards like Kitchen Finks. Galactique is in here for the lulz, just to make it extra spicy. And same with Anafenza, just to make it extra spicy. Alright, it's pulling me back to the game now for some reason. Oh, because he let stuff resolve. You realized I wasn't fucking around. Mudboy, thank you very much for the 900 bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. One, two, three, four, five, 6 mana. 7 mana. So if we township, we could then play wall. We're not going to end up townshipping. We are, however, going to drop in. Well, no, we have 7 mana. Yeah, we're going to wait. He likes seeing the bit explosion. That's his whole thing. If he goes to cast Viscera Seer or Vizier, we're going to flicker Viscera Seer. Well, no, that won't work, will it? Oh, they flipped. Oh, he flipped. That's what happened. I see. I didn't play anything. I forgot about that. So we are going to... Yeah, we're going to bring back Flicker Wisp and Kitchen Finks this turn. 3 mana. Renegade Rallier to bring back Vizier of Remedies. We don't have anything for this. All right, my boy, have a fantastic night. Thank you for hanging out. What can we do? We can't really do anything. I'm just going to concede. I mean, we can make him time out, but that's just going to get really boring. All right, I kind of want to look at the one I was referring the version I was referring to. We'll take out Anafenza. Honestly, Wall of Omens can probably go. Teague will stay because he's fun and spicy. Witness is good. Inabi, thank you very much for the 20 bits. I appreciate the dimes. All right, what was I going to do? I was going to do Rallier. I need more fetch lands. Three cards left. What else was I going to bring in? I was going to bring something else in. I guess more witnesses. We have 2 more cards. We can go back up to a full 4-off Smuggler's Copter, and we can go up a Teague. And we're going to... Pride Mage is just as good as Primordium. Genju is not fixed, as far as I'm aware, which is a bummer. You know how much I love my Genju. Okay, so the theory here is Rallier should be easier to use now. And we can use him to bring back... Although we can only use him to bring back the low end, which is not actually that great. We have a lot of 3-drops, so maybe Rallier's not that great. The more I think about him. The funny thing is, if I take him out, I'm going to add more 2-drops, most likely. Oh, no, we wanted something with flying. Flicker Wisp was our best bet for that. I put it in the board. We got it. Thank you, though. Thank you for the reminder. Oh, yeah. I was thinking Sky Spawner if we went Bant colors. Sky Spawner could be really good. Doom Traveler wouldn't be bad as a low drop. Okay, I think we're going to drop Rallier to a 3-off, and we'll do Witness as a full 4-off. Try and get these paths back. Is that just too much recursion? I think that's just too much recursion. We're going to do a 2-off of Rallier, and we're going to bring Voice up to a full 4-off. And we'll add in another Flicker Wisp for reliability. All right, let's try this. Now, we're hoping that Gaddock Teague helps us with our shitty matchups. Which are Control... Well, Control's not awful if we can resolve our Order of Whiteclay. I feel we can make this deck spicier. What could make this deck super spicy? We could make it like a spicy choice deck. This is so close to being an awesome hand. We can't keep it. We can't keep this either. I guess we gotta keep this. This sucks. Those were really bad hands. The Survivor's Encampment one was almost amazing. The worst part is if we kill his stuff, he's going to get further and further ahead. Well, we hit 2 lands. It would be nice to have hit a green. It might be Storm. Quite possibly Storm. We're making dinner, which is spicy. What are you making? That's so spicy. Okay, it's a control deck. It's a control deck. Or no, it could actually still be Storm. It's a Thing in the Ice deck. We're gonna go bloop, bloop, voice. And we're gonna go ahead and hit this with a path now. Because if we let it roll into his turn, we'll never resolve our path. Voice will punish him if he tries to counterspell us, which is nice. Faithless Looting. What is he playing? What the hell? So I was thinking we could go Bant colors and add something like Sky Spawner. Took a half day to this, made pancakes. That's a weird combination of stuff, though, I'm not gonna lie. Right, Pyromancer's Ascension deck. Which is interesting. Okay, I see what he's doing. So he'll trigger that this turn. Yeah, because he can flash back Faithless Looting. Then he'll just kill us pretty quick, probably. Metamorphose. Okay. Now he can use control spells on our turn if he wants to. Which I assume he's going to remand us. Nope. All right, we resolved it, which is good. We have him on a pretty hard clock here. 9 damage per turn is no joke. I assume he has something to control this with. He can't cast another Helix. He can't push. Noxious Revival. Visions of Beyond. What is going on? What did he target with Revival? He targeted Faithless Looting. So now he's just going to Value Town, I guess, with this Pyromancer's Ascension. Double looting. You may copy, so he might not double loot. Oh, he is. That's interesting. He's in Value Town. We hit a land. We're going to attempt to cast another Finks because it buffs up our elemental, which is why we're trying to cast this main phase. There's actually a reason for it this time. Normally, I have no good excuse. Okay. Swinging in big. Actually, swinging in for lethal, so he's going to have to kill something here. Unless he's out of gas. I can't imagine after 2 Faithless Lootings he would be. Yeah, okay, so he's going to shoot 2 things. He's going to double shoot it with Lightning Helix. We'll hit him for 6, so he'll go back to 11. He gets so much value. Thing in the Ice. Going to cock block us pretty hard, but we have Path. He only has 1 card in hand. Don't know what it is. Let's find out, shall we? Okay, it's not a counterspell. So we're going to swing in. Unfortunately, he's going to be at 1. We're going to overplay our board here. We're going to do it. It's risky, but he's at 1. He has 2 cards. Nothing but flashback. Another Faithless Looting. Okay, he might hit something that'll keep him in it here. I guess he could. No, he can't even stay in it with Lightning Helix. 2 mana. Metamorphose to draw. He's digging. He'll get 2 cards out of this. And he could flashback Faithless Looting if he wants to. He's getting Lightning Helix mana, but he didn't know whether he was going to draw into one. Nope, he drew into another Metamorphose. So Spice. Very Spice. Getting beaten down by the non-combo portion of our deck. 6 mana. A board wipe would still... Yep, okay. That's good. Okay, so we're going to do Surgical Extraction, all of them in. Pride Mage, all of them in. And Eidolon of Rhetoric, all of them in. The Wisps are actually also okay. Whiteclay is going to go down. Rallier is going to stay up. Finks is going to stay up. Witness can go down. I don't think he's going to be killing us that much. Teague. He didn't play anything huge, so we're going to actually drop Teague. Well, no, we can drop... Well, Path was good, actually. We'll drop 1 Path. Copter's fine. I guess we'll drop Teague, right? He didn't play anything that would be hit by Teague. This is a pretty good hand. We're going to keep this. No mana ramp is a bit of a bummer. Hopefully we'll get to resolve the Pride Mage on turn 2. It might get counterspelled though, but having the Pride Mage out will make it a lot harder for him to Pyromancer's Ascension. Which would be very good, because Pyromancer's Ascension will cause some real problems for us. Although it didn't last game, but he got going. We were lucky we drew 4 Kitchen Finks. Okay, so we are resolving our Pride Mage. However, it might die. Has pretty good odds of dying. But that's fine. We can try and resolve... We're going to resolve Avacyn's Pilgrim next turn, hopefully. Plus, we're going to pop Pride Mage. Because we don't want that going. Although he can activate it this turn. He could get value out of it right now. It's a good card. Hopefully he didn't hit a kill. He got a Path. The worst kind of kill spell for us. If he... Okay, he didn't activate it. So we're going to go with Whiteclay into Avacyn's Pilgrim. Although we did show him our combo. We're going to flicker Pyromancer's Ascension next turn. Five mana. Well, 6 mana. Okay, we'll swing in. See if he's, like, concerned about that. Ah! We snuck the damage in. So sneaky. So sneaky. Very wow. Okay, so we've at least reset it, which is something. It's not great, but it's really better than nothing. Really liking loop potential, witness in this deck. Yeah, me too. I mean, the fact that we can get her back. That's why I was thinking of going Abzan colors and hitting some more removal into the deck. And then being able to recur the removal so frequently might be really strong. You know, we can play witness. Although we have no good way to get cards in our graveyard. So we might want a sack outlet of some kind. You know, nothing too crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we could use Whiteclay twice, but nothing's dead. I would actually like him to kill our Flicker Wisp. If he could somehow. If he kills our Flicker Wisp, we can bring it back, exile his thing in the ice for a turn. Oh, is he killing it? He's shooting me in the face. Interesting. Okay. His thing in the ice is almost ready to blow. We have no path for it. We have no removal for it. If he has any spells, he can trigger it and hit us for 1 billion. There it is. Whap. Now, if we flicker the Awoken Horror, what happens? Luckily, it doesn't have trample. So as long as we can resolve a creature this turn, we should be fine. There's that Renegade Rallier. That's actually pretty good here. Play Pilgrim. Play Whiteclay. Play Rallier or Flicker. Flicker Wisp onto... I guess we just reset the horror at that point. So we're going to play Wisp, and we're going to bounce the Pyromancer's Ascension again, I think. And we'll... He's trying to get value out of it now. Oh, well, we're dead. Okay. Moving on. I don't know why he didn't do that in the first place. Yeah, Teague still doesn't hit any of that. I think this is our best build for this matchup. Well, Rallier really doesn't feel that good anymore. I don't know. I'm not really feeling Rallier. We're a deck focused on 3 mana cards, and Rallier wants 2 mana cards. The more we play him, the less I'm feeling him, you know? I wish we had a Dork. But like, getting a voice out would be nice. Really punishes his deck. And then we'll get Rhetoric out next turn, which will be pretty good as well. And then Whiteclay. There's that thing in the ice. Eidolon is sturdy enough that he would have to path it to get rid of it. He didn't path it. We have another Eidolon. Honestly, that could almost be worth playing. Well, let's swing in first. If he kills something... He's not even blocking. We're going to play another one. This should make it harder for him to remove it, because now he can only take 1 counter off of Thing in the Ice a turn. Unless he wants to cast on our turn, which would be foolish. Young Pyromancer. That's going to be annoying. Can't cast anything. Sorry. Give me a path. Temple Garden. I don't know why I took the damage there. I did my math super wrong. Maybe they'll trick him into thinking I have an ace up my sleeve, which I don't. Okay, he finally realized he should block. Although, he's going to be hard to get through now. However, Thing in the Ice and Young Pyromancer don't play super well together. Okay, that's pretty good. We can just bring him back. Unless he paths our Whiteclay. Okay, so we're gonna cast Voice. Because this means that if he wants to do something, he has to do it now. Okay. Boom. Eat one. I wish we had another Voice out, but it doesn't really matter because he can pop Thing in the Ice next turn. There's that Pyromancers. I think we're losing control of the board state here. He can't play anything, luckily. So actually, we have an extra turn now, which is good. Ooh, that's really good as well. Although we can only cast one thing. So we're going to do Pride Mage. If he counterspells it, we can still bring it back. Okay. So we're going to swing. Swing, 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 swing. And we're going to go ahead and try and get rid of this now. Because this means that he has to buff... Yeah, he has to make an extra little voice token for us if he wanted to keep that around. Oh, he's going to. So he's going to pop Thing in the Ice next turn, for sure. He went straight for our face here. Are we dead? If he has another bolt, I think we're dead. Yeah, if he has a bolt, we're out of here. Yeah, we're dead. Ah, bummer. Oh well, we tried. We were close. I am actually pretty convinced now Renegade Rallier's pretty poop. I guess maybe with Ghost Quarter it's better, right? I don't think he adds enough to the deck. Maybe we should just focus on really good 3-drops. I was actually thinking about Ambusher, to be honest. That might seem crazy, but... Ronus would be too hard to utilize. Nothing's big enough in our deck. Bygone Bishop doesn't help. Mirror Entity doesn't really help. Meh. I mean, we could do Brimaz. Just Brimaz is pretty good. Archetype of Courage isn't bad. Courser's not bad. Reckoner's not bad. Dunger of Elder is bad. Augury Adept could be worse. Wiltleaf Cavaliers, it's a 3/4. It's not terrible. It's not great. Mirror Crusader is a mighty fine card. That's a good beatdown card. I think we're going to go with Brimaz, because Brimaz is a boss. At this point, we're trying to take full advantage of our benefit, which is that we can bring back 3 mana cost cards. A lot of things can bring back 2 CMC. Not many can bring back 3, and we're trying to really capitalize on that here. Oh, I was thinking maybe Loxodon Smiter is not bad. Actually. Yeah, he'd be pretty far from terrible. We're going to be eating quite a bit of damage. Avacyn's Pilgrim, and then we'll play Pilgrim and Voice next turn. We're out of gas, though. If we went Bant, we could run Mold Drift. No, we can't run Mold Drifter. It's 5 mana something. Uh-oh. Affinity. Oh, a really slow Affinity turn, though. We didn't hit land, so we're going to do... We'll do another Pilgrim. We're going to keep our path up. Voice is less viable here. We have some good hate against his deck, luckily. No, I know, but we can't bring him back is the problem. The whole point is to try and have stuff to recur. Oh, Springleaf Drum actually wouldn't be bad in the deck. Although I think we're better off with Survivor's Camp, but if we ran Drum instead, we could run Ghost Quarters. That guy's going to be a problem, so we're going to get rid of him now. We're going to see if he has basics. Not everyone runs basics in their affinity decks. It's dumb when they don't, but not everyone does. Okay, he does. I guess we'll go with Finks because it presents the most damage potential. And we'll swing in for 1. Actually, we're gonna keep Pilgrim open to bluff Path so he doesn't turn on his Inkmoth Nexus or something. Don't know if that's a good idea, but we're gonna do it. And the next turn, we might be able to play Voice and Flicker Wisp. And we'll Flicker Wisp our Kitchen Finks to gain a little bit of life. Yeah, I mean, I was running Wall, which is the exact same card for the most part. And that wasn't working stellar, super fantastic. I mean, it was fine. It's like a really lackluster form of card draw. It's effectively pay 3, gain a card, which does not seem very good. So we can take our Gaddock Teagues out of this deck. Copter. Unfortunately, we have to pick between Wisp, Copter, and Voice. No, that's just infinitely worse than enters the battlefield cards. Oh, I said I was going to play that after. I changed my mind. We're going to bounce the cranial plating. So he has to at least pay to re-equip it. I don't know why I did that. I should have bounced the Finks, obviously. Well, I guess this will make it so we can't instantly change it. I guess he could kill us, actually, by putting it on Ink Moth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, not yet. If he drops another plating, he could kill us by putting it on Ink Moth. Although he can't drop it. Well, no, I guess he couldn't, because we could still block with Flicker Wisp, which is why we played it. And we'll do the same thing with Copter. If we had Recursion out, we would be in a better position. Oh, okay. Well, now we're pretty close to dead. I guess we get Copter at least, which will keep us in it a little bit here. A Path would work nicely. So we get to play Voice and Copter. Or we could play Finks. But I think Voice, Copter is our best bet here. And we swing in for 3. Bop, 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 bop. We can delay another turn, I think. I think we have at least one more turn than us. I don't know what we could start drawing. I guess if we hit Order of Whiteclay, we could kind of get going, but I think we'll die before then. Yeah, I don't think we're in it that hard right now. Yeah, I don't know. Ugh. Although this guy's looking to time himself out. Classic kill us strategy by aging us to death. Age old, time and time again. I always used to think Kitchen Finks was actually outside of the kitchen. And I always thought it was in a snowy, dump. I never realized it was actually in the kitchen, which is dumb because it's a Kitchen Finks. We're never going to get anywhere. Never going to get anywhere. Ooh, come on. You can do it. You can do it. CDG Jack Hawk. You can do it. You can click a button. Click end turn. Click Galvanic Blast. Click whatever you want to do, although you can't cast that. Come on. Come on. You got this. It's so easy. It's so easy. You just he didn't disconnect, so I don't know what's going on, y'all. Come on, bud. Oh, we made it. We made it to combat. ladies and gents, we have made it to combat. This just in, combat is happening. But we made it into his turn. We're moving. We're trucking. Things are going. Okay, so we could be dead right here if he has a... Well, if he has a galvanic blast, we're dead. Because he can shoot our copter down. Oh, actually, we're dead no matter what, because he can move the thingamabob. But we're still gonna block. Maybe he doesn't. I doubt he doesn't realize he can move it. But the worst part is we don't even have mana to hit into a path. Yeah, he's gonna move it. Yeah. He is aware. Oh well, we were just wondering. Wrath is good here. Pride Mage is good here. Needle is good here, and Sunny Silence is good here. We have a lot of shit that's good here. What is not good here? Teague doesn't help us. He's not really killing our shit. I just want to make a super good Reckoner deck. Yeah, no, I have a deck like that. It doesn't happen as much as I would like it to, but it always sounds great on paper. I don't know what to get rid of. We're taking a lot of stuff out in order to add hate to the deck. Oh yeah, Hornet's Nest. Good idea. I didn't think about that. We'll keep this. I think this is an all-in-all stronger hand than our last hand. Our last hand was fine, but having a Pride Mage and a Witness lets us kill something, bring our Pride Mage back, kill something again. Wart Raid Mommy. Old Heroic Intervention for added fuckery. Yeah, Heroic could be fine. Alternately, you could do, what's that card? Faith's Reward. It's a 3 mana, return to the battlefield. All permanents are removed from the battlefield this turn. Something like that. That was not bad. It hits enemy stuff too, though. But if you're just trying to get damage in, it works pretty well. We're probably going to end up Pride Maging the Signal Pest. This pest is just annoying. We're going to end up getting rid of that guy. Oh, your graveyard. Oh, I lied. Oh, it's 4 mana. Oh, what's the one that brings back everyone's stuff? There's one that brings back everyone's stuff. Taking the damage. No, Open the Vault's different. I mean, that does hit everyone's, but that's not the card I was thinking of. Alright, we hit it. We got Stony Silence. Now we have Witness on the Pride Mage, which is pretty huge next turn. He can still use the Nexus, and he can hit us pretty hard with the Nexus. So we have to play our Pride Mage. We have to get our Pride Mage in so we can survive the infect damage, because we're going to take 3 infect. No, 2 infect damage right now. No, 3 infect. So we're on a 4-turn infect clock. If they get another land, it drops down to 3 turns. Although we can block with birds, so we don't want to. Obviously. There's a Whiteclay. Well, Whiteclay is definitely the right call here over Witness. If we hit a land, we can bring back Pride Mage and then use it. Maybe it wasn't the right play. No, it's the same effective diff. No, it's not. That puts us a whole extra turn behind. Maybe that was a dumb idea. We're going to get beaten down. All right, we hit a land. Yeah, I think that's the right call. We'll take the damage. Swing in with Whiteclay. So now we can bring back our Pride Mage. And we can blow up the Ink Moth. And then we can do that every turn. So we'll start gaining steam, and hopefully we won't die. We might have to drop in the Finks once. We should be fine. We should start stabilizing really low here. Luckily, he can't use any of his shit. Okay, that's perfect. That's what we wanted. It is an artifact, right? Yeah, artifact land. Okay, just making sure. So we're taking... Yeah, you know, I think we're going to be okay. I genuinely think we're going to be all right. To be honest, actually, Signal Pest might have been the right thing to go after. So we're taking 2, 3, 4. Well, we can do that again next turn, and then we'll take... How much will we take? We kill a pest. Oh, that can still become a land. But we can block it. Alright, we might still be okay. We're going to keep you open for blocks. Well, that represents 1, 2 damage. Okay, so we're still in this. It's not great by any means. This flies, right? Yeah, it flies. We might have to throw our birds away. We could drop Finks in. No, but Finks doesn't heal enough damage. So we're going to just bring it back now. I guess I should have brought it. Well, I couldn't. I could have. I could have done that better. Gotten an extra damage in. All right, the extra copter hurts. He might be intimidated about turning his Nexus into a creature. Okay, he is. Kill a pest. So we're going to take 1 damage here, which we're totally fine with. Now we are slowly stabilizing. If we hit a land, we can play Finks and bring... Oh, no. Okay, wait, this is good. This is good. Okay, so we're going to bring Pride Mage back. We're going to swing in with our Whiteclay for big enough to kill the Ornithopter. And we'll kill the Signal Pest, and then he can't do any damage to us next turn. All right. We have officially stabilized, kind of. And the fact that we can kill an artifact a turn is pretty good. We'll start shooting down all of his things, his Mox Opal, his Springleaf Drum, the Ornithopters, everything. I think we got him. We hit land, so we do, for certain, we play Kitchen Finks here. And we might actually just play it again. Yeah, we're just going to play it again. Yeah, Creeping Corrosion would be good. But Pithing Needle, Creeping Corrosion is a little bit slow overall. Pithing Needle and Stony Silence hit early and they hit hard. I think we got him right where we want him. We're at 6 now. We can't die the one big turn. Vault Scourge always doesn't scare us. We're going to kill it right now. Oh, so spicy. The spice is real. Yeah, you better scoop. Get out of here. I kind of want to bring Surgical in, but I don't think it's a good idea. Ooh, that was so spicy. That worked out perfectly. That worked exactly how we wrote it up right there. Pride Mage into kill shit. Pride Mage into kill shit. Honestly, Pride Mage could almost be main boardable over Teague. Probably better to main board Pride Mage. I think it hoses more decks overall. Although, no, Teague hoses our worst matchups. It hoses Tron. It hoses Ad Nauseam. Shit, another hand where we can't play anything. That's okay. We have no hate in this hand, so we probably wanted to mull it anyways. Mulligan. There's a Stony. We can't play it. Shit. Alright, this works really well. We'll pitch you to the bottom. Go to the bottom, I said. Get out of here. And Ghost Quarter's nice here as well. The Meme Knight. Did he have a dream hand? Do you remember that game we played against where someone played 7 cards in one turn? That was fucking brutal. We sent that Smuggler's Copter to the bottom. Thank you very much. We're going to path the Signal Pest. That thing's a real problem. Always. Two Nexuses. Ooh. 2 mana. 3 mana. What is he playing for 3 mana? Etched Champion. And that does have protection right now. However, Smuggler's Copter will get us around that. We are still going to path. Oh no, Smuggler's Copter won't get us around that. Why do we have our Smuggler's Copter in our deck still? When we knew we were running Stonies. That was dumb. Ooh, a birds. I have an inkling to play that, but I'm not going to. We're going to play Silence. We're going to take 3 damage per turn. We have to find a way to get in this. Well, we're going to take 4 damage. Actually. 5 damage. We're going to bring Ghost Quarter in so we can kill Ink Moth. because Ink Moth is a bigger problem than Blink Moth, in my personal opinion. It's a getting card. Well, we're not concerned about the big creatures from that deck. And the reason we're not is because we can chump as much as we want in the way we roll up our deck. You know, we don't worry about that. And we don't worry about it because, you know, we can chump and then we'll bring something back, chump, bring something back. And we can actually swing through his beefy creatures because no one wants to block the beefy creatures. Get rid of this Nexus. He's going to get the island out of this. Oh, he's out of basics. He just has one. Now I kind of wish I had shot his island. Play another Pilgrim. We're going to play another Stony Silence just to have the redundancy. And I'm willing to trade with the Meme Knight here. I know it's not actually pronounced Meme Knight, but more than happy to trade with it here. Waking up Blink Moth. We're on the clock. That's not going to help our clock. That's not good. We need to hit something. Pithing Needle, Wrath of God, Path. Well, Path wouldn't help, actually. Wrath is really one of the only things we could hit. And that wouldn't even save us. We need, like, to top deck into a Wrath, and then top deck into a Pithing Needle or something. Or I guess we could... Oh, interesting. Interesting choice. He could have dropped our clock by a turn. I guess he has something to play. Arcbound Ravager. Doesn't really do anything. No Wrath. 3 turns. Well, 2 turns to draw something useful. Draw me into a Wrath, please. We still die. We'll block, because this does affect our clock. Come on. Wrath. Something that can block. Path. I don't know. Oh, well, now it has to be a Wrath. Nope, it's Pithing Needle. Damn. Drew a bunch of bricks. Oh, well, we've had worse. Yeah, I think Teague... Well, he does hose things that we suck against. But he does never feel like he's having the impact we want. I guess we bring Pride Mage in, and we bring Teague to the side, and we do another Pride Mage. It does turn our cards into slightly better beaters. We could take Brimez out for Thalia. That wouldn't be bad. I just don't want to look exactly like a green-white, Hate Bears deck with a what do you call it, in it, with a little bit of spice. How does this keep happening? What are the odds that we would start with 2 survivors encampments? Apparently really high. Holy shit. Jeez. The odds feel low, but obviously they're not. Pretty slow starting hand. It's not a card you see every day. Or not a land you see every day. Unless you play in standard. It looks like it's Storm. We have a really bad hand for Storm. Looking for the MTG bot commands. Is it Storm? He's not doing any Storm things. There it is. That's a Storm thing. All right, and he tried to go off, so that's pretty good. That might set him back a little bit here because he burned a card for nothing. He must have had an interesting hand if he thought he could go off there. Question is, can he go off next turn? Order of Whiteclay. What the fuck? He says. He thinks to himself, what the what? What is this thing? No one really knows. It's a bunch of weird Kithkin with creepy eyes. Although they all have creepy eyes, to be honest. He's a monk. That guy should be a cleric. I guess he doesn't heal. It's annoying. 2 mana. Manamorphose. We don't have you on a very hard clock. I'm surprised he's burning his cards like this. Feels a little strange. How many of those cards do you have in the deck? Of which cards? Which cards are you referring to? Oh, the camp's 4. Oh, you were looking for the odds macro? There's Baral. He could go off right now. We just have to sit back and watch. Does he have it? So it'd be odds 4 of 60 or something like that. I'm not too accustomed to the macros. Gifts. Yeah, we're screwed. He's going to grab Past in Flames, Manamorphose, and 2 mana cards. Unless he doesn't have Grape Shot, then he'll grab Grape Shot as one of them. Let's see. Let's find out. Also, I'm super convinced that she looks just like a Draenei. Oh, bam. Right on the money. Past in Flames, Manamorphose, and 2 manas. Boom. Storm count 6. Is he going to empty the Warrens? Or is he going to Grape Shot? He has whatever his win condition is in his hand. Just needs to fire it off. Thought Scour. That's a new one. Fascinating. He didn't have his win condition. He's just hoping he doesn't whiff. I mean, it'd be very hard for him to whiff, but he could do it. He has 2 Manamorphoses, so he has 2 cards. He has gifts again, I guess. Your Visions. He could whiff. Very unlikely. Put the card on bottom, put the card on top. So he's probably got what he needs. From count 15. Serum. Baral made this deck so much more reliable. The card on top and the card on top. Storm count 17. Put the card on top, put the card on top. Draw whatever it is. Storm count 18. Probably dead. I can't imagine how he'd whiff here. He drew both of the cards he wanted. So, yep. Yep, I got your message. My friends are all referring to or talking about cryptocurrencies. All right. Does he have it? Unless Grape Shot's hiding in the bottom 24 cards of his deck, we're dead. Come on, buddy. You gotta have the kill, right? Is it just showing off at this point? You gotta have it. Come on. How could you not? Just use... There it is. I don't know why he went to 20 fucking million. Alright. Eidolon of Rhetoric. Surgical Extraction. And that's all we can bring in. So we're going to take out... Witness, Copter, and I guess we're going to take a Whiteclay out, actually. It's a little slow in the Finks. No, we're going to take a Copter out. No, we'll take out another Whiteclay. I really think he's probably our weakest card here. I mean, it's nice to be able to bring back Eidolon, I guess. Bump, 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 bump. Surgical Extraction will hopefully help a lot here. Being able to hit Past in Flames or Metamorphose or even Sleight of Hand is pretty good. Shitty hand. Still a shitty hand. I guess we're relying on 3-drops, right? Fuck me. Right, this is a better hand. Get out of here. Hopefully we hit a land. Dropping in an early voice will help a good bit. And Copter will help us get where we need to get, which is we have to get to Eidolon of Rhetoric. We need that card. Another Pilgrim. We'll play him. And we'll swing in for one. Uh-oh. I'm concerned now. Oh, thank God. We're going to hit it now. I'm not going to risk it. I'd love to be greedy, but we don't have the mana pool to be greedy right now. We need to hit this Eidolon. Unfortunately, unless we top deck a land, we can't actually crew Copter, find Eidolon, and play it in the same turn. But without Eidolon of Rhetoric, we're really just sitting ducks, waiting to die. Or Surgical Extraction could also really help. Getting rid of Serum Visions, getting rid of Gifts, getting rid of Desperate Ritual. There's a lot of things we could get rid of if we had Surgical. I can't believe we didn't hit a single surgical or Eidolon in our mulliganing. We mulliganed 3 times. Oh, we had to, though. We couldn't have kept... Well, we could have kept hand 2. It was really slow, though. Everything was 3 drops and no hate. Another Baral. Uh-oh. Well, that's problems. Peer through the depths. Or peer through depths. He grabbed Manamorphose. I wonder if he's going to, like, half-heartedly try and go off right now. Looks like he might just try and go. It looks like he can do it. Looks like we're screwed. I guess we'll find out. You know, I thought our Storm matchup would be pretty okay because we have a pretty good sideboard against it. In Surgical and Eidolon, but, you know, if you can't get them, you can't get them. Ugh. Gifts ungiven. Yep. He's probably got us here. If we had a way... Well, okay, he has 3 mana floating. Wait, there might be a way to get around this. Probably not. Depends on what he picks, but there's no correct choice with Gifts Ungiven. I guess we'll find out. Boom, 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 boom. I think we're dead. We've actually been on a losing streak with this deck. We did great with it last night. Not doing so hot with it now. We need to find... He must have a Past in Flames. If he doesn't have a Past in Flames in his hand or another mana card, I think we might be okay. I mean, Manamorphose will net him a mana. So he could play Past in Flames. He had another. If he has Past in Flames, we're dead. Oh, he doesn't have it. Oh, unless he has another Grape Shot. Another Grape Shot would kill us, obviously. Yeah, he might just have another Grape Shot. Boom, boom, boom. The art on Grape Shot's weird. Ah, damn. All right, so that didn't work out. We're not doing so hot right now. And we're only in tournament practice. That's not a good sign. Okay, let's look at our weaknesses. Brimus is a weakness. Pride Mage all the way up. I think maybe we don't have enough ways to get damage in. Mayhaps. I don't know. Trying small changes here. My eyes really hurt. Allergies. It's got to be allergies. My fan's not blowing on me right now. which is what normally causes my eyes to dry out. Or maybe they're just dry because they are dry, if that makes any sense. All right. All right, not a bad hand. We'll keep this. Whoops, I hit mulligan. I meant we'll mulligan this. We'll keep this, I guess. It's a one lander. I want a scoop now. That was a good first hand. Fuck me. Fucking buttons. How do they work? We might want more, like a full off 8 mana dorks, because 3 mana is our number. Hell, honestly, we could almost skip 2 drops, except Voice is super worth it, and so is Pride Mage. Flagstones. Interesting. Whoops. That was a freaking derp again. I am super out of it, apparently. Super derp. The super derp. Well, we can get our Finks in next turn, or we can drop in the Whiteclay. I think we're going to drop a Finks in. We don't need Whiteclay yet. Finks applies pressure. We don't know what he's running. He's probably running Burns and Paths, and he's got interesting lands. Maybe Restore Balance. I doubt it, but it could be like a weird Restore Balance deck. No. Flagstones is so good. Okay, he's just going to kill all of our lands. Yes, okay, so it is a land destruction deck. Fortunately, we didn't hit lands, but at least we get to drop our Pride Mage in. If we hit land, getting in a Finks would have been lovely. Oh, shit. Well, now we're very much fucked here. I'm just going to scoop. Not even going to bother with this. Alright, Teague. Of course, the second we take Teague out of our deck, right? Literally the moment we take him out of the deck. We need him. Ugh. What are the odds? Never tell me the odds. But tell me the odds. What are the odds? This is pretty good. It's a shame there's no Teague here. We might be able to get a good enough position. Maybe. I knew it. He's going to blow up the lands. Nope. Chalice of the Void on 1. Okay. We can't drop this Birds in, but we can drop in the Smuggler's Copter. Oh, shit. I should have flickered the Chalice. Yeah, I'll drop in my Flicker Wisp next turn. I did that wrong. I did my lands very wrong there. Well, at least Copter helps us a little bit here. All right, he gave up there. Interesting that he gave up that quick there. Ugh. I guess I gave up quick, right? But I had nothing. We can't keep this. This was my fear when putting this deck together. It's my nightmare. We put Copter on top. That was probably a bad idea, but yeah, we have a real shit hand. I don't know why we kept this. God. I bet he has Boom. Well, he didn't use it, so I guess he doesn't. Another Finks is not what we want. We want another land. Luckily, if we hit a forest, we'll be in a good spot. Actually, if we hit any land, we should be okay. Except for that one. Fuck me. Sideways. Oh, that's the one land we didn't want. Nahiri. Here, we're the Copter. Oh, didn't. Interesting. Oh, tapped artifact. Interesting. Okay. Nahiri is actually like oddly good against our deck. He can have his say in what he wants to exile with Nahiri here. Probably Copter. Oh, interesting. I guess he just wants to keep going. Helix is gone. Another weird choice. Maybe he has something to get rid of Copter here, so he doesn't see the point. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, interesting situation. I guess we crew prison. Prison what? Oh, his deck? Is he going to block? Okay. Gabney Township. So Nahiri is almost dead. Unless he has something here. He might have a path. Okay, he had a Helix, which is a bit of a bummer. We don't want Nahiri to go off. Luckily, our Pilgrim will be able to hit him hard now. He's going to exile the Finks, I would assume, unless he really is dedicated to the dig. He might be incredibly dedicated to the dig. Wrathing. Okay. Interesting. So he's... Looks like he's going to dig. Yep. He's dedicated. So we're going to try and drop in Whiteclay and Finks. Voice is not bad, but I think we're going to do both. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Well, let's attack first, right? Let's not be silly. Undo that attack. Get Nahiri. Drop him down to 5. Tap for Finks. And then tap, tap, tap for Order of Whiteclay. Something he'll have to deal with. Because it's hard for Nahiri to exile, because we can untap it when we want. I mean, he might have another Wrath. This is why we really needed that freaking Gaddock Teague. We put it in. We removed Gaddock Teague, and we immediately bumped into the deck that we wanted Gaddock Teague against. A little annoying. Okay, so we're going to drop in Voice of Resurgence at the beginning of our turn. Actually, we might not. Cataclysmic Gearhulk. I'm choosing what to keep, right? Yeah. Okay, wait. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So we're gonna Path Gearhulk. And we're not going to play Voice. We're going to try and kill Nahiri. Okay. Alright, here we go. Now, we can either Gavany or we can bring something back. We're probably going to bring back Finks. I don't see why I wouldn't bring Finks back here. Elspeth. That's going to be a problem. To many degrees. We're going to swing in at everything at Elspeth because we have to. One, two, three, 4 leaves us with just 1 mana. We're going to just let that go. We're going to do Smuggler's Copter. And then we'll pass. So Copter should be able to help clear out Elspeth. We can bring Finks back at full power. Now, we kind of have an engine going here. We have a pretty good thing set up right now. I think our opponent's starting to realize it. Got excited because I own a playset of Whiteclay. Got sad because I don't have Finks or Voice. Well, this is still the experimental phase. You don't necessarily need these things. Although, I gotta say, voice is awesome. Finks, amazing. Smuggler's Copter is the card that would... Smuggler's Copter and Survivor's Encampment are the two most important cards because they let you tap Order of Whiteclay whenever the hell you want. Another Gear Hulk. Chalice of the Void on 3. Yeah, that's fair. However, that doesn't affect us all that much because we can get our 3 mana spells countered and bring them back. Chalice of the Void on 1. Interesting setup he's got there. We can't play Witness, but we can play Voice. We can crew up the Copter. We can swing everything at Elspeth. We can loot and throw our Eternal Witness away, because we're not going to cast her anytime soon. And if we don't bring something back, we can choose to... we might not bring anything back yet. We can choose to just instead Gavany Township. Yeah, we got it. Boom. That was pretty great. We didn't even get the Gallic Teague out. Ooh, that was pretty good. Same guy. He wants a rematch. We will keep this. Yeah, well, Whiteclay itself doesn't, but it's... Because if I had cast Whiteclay, it would have been Chalice, but I already had one out. He just put stuff into play, so Chalice only counters cast triggers, and you're not casting the card that you bring back with Whiteclay. So yes, basically. Three mana dorks. 1 land. We're going to be very vulnerable to Wraths, actually. Yeah. The activation doesn't get hit by Chalice. It would be affected by Suppression Field, Pithing Needle, stuff like that. But with Kasali Pride Mage mainboarded, you don't have to worry too much about that. You get some pretty hard value out of it. It is a shame. I mean, it's not the best value. There's better ways to recur stuff, but it's probably the best card for recurring 3 mana cards. Most cards in the game recur CMC 1 or 2. And Order of Whiteclay hits 3, and 3 is a very unique place in the mana curve. It's a very strong section. However, we're limiting ourselves by being white-green. If we went... if we went white-green-blue, we could play Phyrexian Sky... No, not Phyrexian. Eldrazi Sky Spawner and go wide by bringing it back, which we might try in the future. We could go red, and we could go white-red. We don't even need to be green. We could just go white-red. Well, green's pretty important. The mana dorks let us skip the 2 mana slot, which is what's really strong about them. But we could play all those cards like Ball Lightning, the ones that have haste and they're really strong, like 6/1 tramples for 3 mana. Sacrifice them at the end of the turn. Cool. You sacrifice it, you bring it back next turn. Come on in. There's a lot of possibilities with it. All right, this guy's just not playing. We're going to play one more match tonight. And then tomorrow, I think we're going to bring this deck into the league. I'm going to theory craft it really hard tomorrow, as best I can. Wait, how did I end up in 2 matches? I only queued up for 1. Whatever, we'll keep this. We're gonna do Heath into Pilgrim. Aether Vial. Okay, it's some like classic hate bears get up. Luckily, we have a Pride Mage. So if we don't get too negatively affected here, we can get Pride Mage in, and we can destroy that Aether Vial next turn. Okay, that's going to be a problem. We'll play this. Crack it. Oh, fuck me. So hard. I'm such an idiot. Oh my god. I can't believe I always fuck that up. Every goddamn game. We've tweaked it a lot today, so it's not exactly that version. But that version gives you a good idea. Oh, he's running Sky Hussar. Spicy. Well, we have 0 lands now, and we have... Yeah, that's not good. Zero lands. Interesting. Okay, we're going to swing in with Pride Mage. We're going to activate Pride Mage, kill Aether Vial. We're still in up shit creek, though. We'll be able to path Thalia next turn, and he'll get nothing from it. Although he has a good card draw engine with Sky Hussar, which is a problem. But he won't be swinging. He won't be putting us on a clock. Oh, he has another Ghost Core there. Fuck. We can still path Thalia. Thalia is the only thing, or I mean, our Avacyn's Pilgrim is the only thing keeping us in this game. If he drops another Ghost Core there. Oh my god. Are you kidding me with that? That must be a joke. 3 Ghost Quarters and 2 Arbiters. I mean, that's just Modo fucking with us, right? The odds of that. Okay, well, we get to start looting with Copter at least. He wants the mana this time. Nope. Oh my god, I can't believe that. Oh, that's just so insane. The double Arbiter into 3 Ghost Quarters. Oh, I can't believe we're still in this at all. I love the addition of Sky Hussar to this deck, though. Sky Hussar is just a great card. I would say at this point, Sky Hussar is one of my favorite cards. I think we have to do it. We have to loot. Rummage, or it's a rummage? It's looting, right? We're in so much shit. 3/5 damage next turn. He has 2 tech edges. Holy shit. Oh, he's just coming all the way in. Yep, that's the right call. Well, we are not hitting anything. We're just going to not bother. I don't know what we do against that. I don't think we can do anything against that. A Wrath for if he goes crazy like that again. And 2 Needles just in case. We can take our Copters out. We gotta take out a bunch of stuff here. Wisp, Witness, a Sphinx, 1 Pride Mage, and a Birds. Let's see. We can keep it. It's not great, but it's really not terrible. I mean, it might end up being terrible if he gets lucky again. But double path means he can't really arbiter us, which is all we really need. Got the turn 1 Vial, though, which is annoying. Stony Silence off the top. Nope. I guess I could have played Flicker Wisp right there, and I probably should have. We're going to flicker the Aether Vial, reset it down to 1, or down to 0. It'll go back up to 1. He's going to bring a Thraben in. I wish I could exile it. Maybe we'll get lucky and he'll cast an Arbiter. If he casts an Arbiter next turn, we'll be in business. Come on. Come on. Yes! That is pretty awesome. One, 2. Pathalia. Then we'll go into his turn. And we will path the Arbiter. Boom. That was pretty good. And we have a Wrath of God, so if he ends up going really wide, we're pretty fine. All right. We're in a good position, I think. Unless he's running a weird 2-drop flyer, which I doubt he's doing. All right, 3 turns. Although he definitely has a Wisp. So we're probably going to end up trading Wisps. If we hit a Wisp or a Pride Mage or a Pithing Needle or something, we can bait it out. Hopefully we hit something that forces it out. Vector Mage. Okay. That's not so bad. I think we'll just pass. We're going to let him try and build up his board a little bit. And then we'll Wrath. Okay, I lied. We're going to play Flicker Wisp and bounce his Aether Vial. Because why not at this point? Oh, he let it go. Interesting. Oh my god, he has something with Flash? Oh, Restoration Angel. Fuck. Okay, so we'll end up wrathing next turn. Unfortunately, we can't do it this turn. I guess I should have known Angel was going to happen, right? Maybe he'll play another creature this turn. 3, 4, 5, 6. We're almost dead, though. We're getting almost dead. Pop the Wrath. Pop in Flicker Wisp onto Aether Vial again. Keep that thing knocked down as far as we can. What? Okay, it just all happened real quick. That was weird. No Arbiter. No Arbiter. Another Vial. Okay. We're in a slightly rough spot. So's he, but I think he's in a slightly better position than we are. Depending on what he plays, we might have to play our Eternal Witness. Nope, we can hold on to it. Come on, hit me with a Stony Silence. Hit me with a another Vial. Holy shit balls. I think we get rid of Restoration Angel. It's one of the few things that can really get through us right now. Oh, he doesn't have any left, actually. Okay, so we're getting rid of... Let's see. He has a Pride of the Clouds. And let's see, what does he have? He has Driven, Engineered Explosives, Attention Sphere, Haunt. Okay, so he has quite a few things to get through us. That's a little concerning. We're going to play Witness on... We're going to bring Surgical back. Although we tapped our mana wrong to do that because we were not initially planning on doing that. See, that's going to be a big problem at the end of the day. I don't know what to get rid of. I guess nothing. No, we should get rid of something. Let's get rid of path. Okay, so now if we can get Whiteclay out, we're fine. But we have to get Whiteclay out. We have to get a Whiteclay. Because now we can't kill our Whiteclay except with the tension sphere or oh my god, we're dead next turn. I kind of wish oh, okay. I don't know why he wouldn't just go straight for damage in this situation. That seemed strange to me. Shit. Hitting bricks. We don't want bricks. You don't know what he has. We're about to find out. Thalia? No. Okay, well, we got that out of his hand, which is something. So we shouldn't be dead next. Maybe he got another one. We're not dead. We're just very almost definitely dead. I don't know why. That feels weird to me that he's doing that. Nope. That's game. Oh well. Alright, so that's us for tonight. I'm going to be heading off. Thank you very much to everyone who watched, to everyone who hung out. I hope you like the deck. It's a little weird. We're going to tweak it really hard tomorrow. We're going to do a lot of tweaking like while I'm at work. I'm going to think real hard. If you have suggestions, you can throw them at me at the Discord in the link below. But yeah. Yeah. So thank you very much for hanging out. I'm going to go to bed. I'm really tired. Have a great night. Hopefully I will see people tomorrow. If you are not a follower, please remember to follow if you enjoyed the content. I stream 5 days a week, 6 days a week, 6 days a week. So love the support. Have a great night, and I'll see everyone tomorrow for the competitive league. Starting at 9 o'clock, but the stream starts at 8, but we will start the league at 9, as per usual. Have a good one.